What is up, everybody? This is my Black Widow review, and this is my first movie review. I think I might do more of these, maybe for Space Jam next week if I'm back from my trip. But yeah, this will be one last video posted for. I'm going on break for a week, so everything you normally expect next week probably won't be uploaded. I'm sorry about that, but I've been going since January every week, so I think I deserve one. But yeah, this will be my Black Widow review. I'm not gonna retell the whole episode because it's way too long of a movie to retell. So yeah, let's get into that review. And I'm sorry if it's a little weird. I don't have enough pictures that match what I'm talking about, but let's roll that. Let's start things off talking about Taskmaster for one thing. Let's start off talking about Taskmaster and my main issue with it. I think there might be timestamps about what I'm talking about. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, Taskmaster. I did not like the review, to be 100% honest. I didn't like the reveal. It not because it was a woman, because of how they did it, because it's just Dreykov's daughter, who we met in a flashback earlier the movie, but we never really got to know that character because she was never there, if you know what I mean. She just existed. We never got to know the little girl who died in the explosion. We never got to know Taskmaster before they were Taskmaster. So that was really my big issue with the Taskmaster reveal. We never got to know Antonia, I think the name was, that they gave Taskmaster, Antonio Dreykov. I guess she could appear in later movies. I don't think she would, though, because she got sprayed with the gas at the end. But I just don't like the decision. I think I even came up with a better way around this. If they wanted to do the same story that they could, why not make it Tony Masters from the comics, Anthony Masters? But I don't know, make them him train the women of the Red Room, because he has a photographic memory, and he's been studying all these heroes, like Spider-Man, Black Panther, and upgrading his suit as every new one comes along, just in case he has to fight them. And I would love for that actually to be the case, because in my mind, I think that's pretty creative, having that new solution of how Taskmaster could exist. But, yeah, that's mainly what I want to talk about. I think I'm done talking about Taskmaster. I don't know. It was pretty obvious that they just CGI'd that lady's head on the Taskmaster body. I thought the makeup was good, but, yeah, I would just change a lot about this movie, to be honest. Okay, I guess we're going to our next section. This is my rant about Red Guardian and how they treated him in the movie. The Red Guardian is the Soviet Union's Captain America. And he's supposed to be so powerful, but they played him off for a joke. This channel is called 2 DC Fans, so you know I prefer DC any day. This might be so controversial. I like DC because they don't treat their characters as jokes, unless it's Justice League. The new DC movies after Snyder's reign have been funnier, you could say, but they don't treat their characters as jokes, like they treated Alexei Shostakov or Red Guardian as a joke the entire movie. They never took him seriously, not even when he was about to fight Taskmaster. I get it's David Harbour, and you have the comedic chops there and everything, but, like, I don't know, I wish we could see Alexei or Red Guardian in the suit back in the 80s, ultimately. I just think that would be super cool to see him back, like the action figure where he was clean shaven and he fit the suit. I would have loved a flashback, and he was talking about how he fought Captain America in the prison. Maybe he fought Isaiah Bradley, man. It would be set up for Falcon the Winter Soldier. Like, we know the post-credit scene was going to be, and we'll get there eventually. But, yes. I don't know. It's just, if he fought, maybe he even fought Captain America from, like, the alternative reality, where he went back to 1949, I think they said it was. But, yeah, I think the scene where he got shot with all the tranquilizers in Melena's house, I think he could have burst out that window and taken out at least 12 Red Room agents instead of just being a entire joke. That, I think I got my point across, but I hate that they just made him a joke. It is just such a disservice to the character. Not like I've seen him in any comics, but that's just how I feel. I hope you can get with that. But, why don't we just talk about the post-credit scene? The post-credit scene, based on the weather, you can infer that it takes place in 2024, because Endgame, it's not confirmed, but, like, based off what New Rockstar said, which, very creditable if it's not a theory, takes place in October 7th, or in October, so, based off the spring vibe, and, where they are, I guess it's maybe even May of 2024, if they want to go that route. I think it would take place before. Actually, it could take place late, because remember, in Hawkeye, we saw the signs on the set saying it's 2025, so I don't know what's happening, but, we go to Nat's grave, and it said, beloved daughter, sister, and Avenger, and there we go. She's credited as a beloved sister, which is nice. And, we have Yelena crying over, her grave. I hope in the years in between Endgame, we don't know if Yelena got snapped. Maybe we'll get an answer to that question, but if she didn't, I'd hope her and Natasha got to spend some time together during the 5 years, that everybody was gone. Maybe Melena and, Alexei vanished, I don't know. But, yeah, eventually Valentina, that we meet in Falcon and the Soldier, that I have reviews on, that you can go down in the description and watch the reviews. But, sorry for the little plug there. Gotta get the views. Ooh, my phone went off, sorry. Someone was calling me, a spam call. I'm not gonna edit that out, I'm sorry. Yeah, Valentina appears, and she basically, says a lie that, Clint Barton killed, why am I blanking on the name? Natasha, Black Widow. And as we know, Clint was very against Natasha sacrificing herself in Endgame. So, it was, and also, I don't know where this woman gets her information. How would she know that Clint was there on Vormir, where Nat died? I don't think the public would know about the time heist, because then that would, they know time travel is real. Which, if they see Kane, like how the public knew about Thanos, they will know that time travel exists somehow. So maybe, the public in the MCU knows time travel exists. That would be something interesting to reveal. But, yeah, I don't know what's happening. But, anyway, it was just set up for Hawkeye, the TV show. That, if you look at it, I think, if you look at it, with no breaks, What If comes out on August 10th, and if no breaks for the whole 10 episodes, it finishes in, like, the first week of October. So, give a week to have the making of, What If episode on the making of whatever TV show for Marvel, and then, you have, I'm trying to think, I'm sorry, in October, like the week after, you can have Hawkeye start, and then after Hawkeye, 6 episodes, I think and you leave a break for the making of Hawkeye, I think you can get... I don't think Miss Marvel will premiere this year. I'm sorry, that'll probably premiere early next year, along with She-Hulk, or I don't know what's going on. But we have to have Book of Boba Fett at this year, as they promised, so we gotta leave that there. And then we also gotta have Mandalorian Season 3 in the beginning of 2022, so it, like, breaks up our Marvel shows, or they could do what they did here with, Bad Batch and Loki going on at the same time. But yeah, Loki moved to Wednesday. I don't know. Bad Batch is an animated TV show, so you can't have all the live action stuff on one day. I get that, and I bet a lot of fans would be very unhappy with that. But yeah, that's my post-credit scene. Sorry about the release date Disney Plus rant. There's just so much they announced. You want to talk about just the movie, or yeah. Overall, it was a good movie. I don't think it was a horrible movie. I don't think it was a great movie either. It felt so out of place. I was thinking it should have been released in between Civil War and Doctor Strange. They should have made this movie years ago. I guess this movie was made because fans were like, hey, how come Black Widow doesn't have a film? I was disappointed because don't you guys remember Marvel saying that Robert Downey Jr. would actually appear in the film as like a cameo? But he never appeared in the film. It was just a little lie, man. Just sell tickets. I would have gone to see this movie anyway, but I was kind of disappointed that Robert Downey Jr. didn't appear. What did I expect? But yeah, the movie felt like it had bad writing to me. It's called Black Widow, but Yelena Belova was obviously the standout, and it felt more like a Yelena Belova origin story movie than a Black Widow movie, which is kind of sad. And obviously Florence Pugh did an amazing job in the film. If I felt that it was a Yelena Belova movie more than a Black Widow movie, she did an amazing job. But also, Scarlett Johansson may have done her best performance as Black Widow ever in this film. Not saying that any of them were bad. They're all great. But I felt like she was amazing in this film. She really felt like Nat. Sometimes these actors can just feel like... There's this movie coming out called, like, Silkwater or whatever. I saw the promo in the theater. Matt Damon felt like Matt Damon playing a Midwestern farmer. It didn't feel like that character. That was just based off trailer, though. But she really was good in this film. She was great. And all the cast was great. I just want to get out of the way. I don't know what was going on with Dreykov. I felt that the pheromone thing was a little, it was a little lazy writing. They never explained how he survived the collapse of that building. Because obviously he was in it, but it just killed his daughter. It doesn't make sense. Talking about the, Budapest situation. This movie, obviously, besides this, it could have been a Budapest movie, showing what happened in Budapest that Clint and Natasha talk about all the time, but it wasn't, which is a, letdown, but I also can get it. But, yeah, it's just it's a letdown, man, because all these years we've been looking forward to Budapest, and we thought this would be the answer. With a Black Widow solo movie, I thought we would find out what happened in Budapest, which we did, but I thought we would see it. I think maybe it was Jeremy Renner on the other side of the line, but I don't think it was. We could have had Samuel L. Jackson in it. For a Black Widow movie, I really wanted to know what happened for her to get the gunshot wound in The Winter Soldier. I thought Bucky could appear, and he could also be a part of Budapest or whatever, since it's such a big moment. But now we know what they mean by this is like Budapest all over again, because there were exploding buildings, like how when the Chitauri attacked or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I was just kind of disappointed. I'll be honest. I wasn't going into this film thinking much, because it's just been so long that I lost excitement for this film. And by the end of it, I just was even more disappointed than I thought I would be. I thought I wouldn't care for the film. I'll give it that. For me, it wasn't predictable. But, the ending, man, with Natasha and everybody leaving, Natasha just randomly, for the sake of continuity, gets, Yelena Belova's jacket that, has all the holes, and it's the first thing that, Yelena ever bought herself, which is nice and sentimental. Yeah, but she just randomly gets that, and then we have Thunderbolt Ross coming to get her, which I don't know why they use the de-aging technology if it's supposed to be a week after, or a couple weeks to a couple months after Civil War. He still looked old in Civil War. He looks younger than he did in The Incredible Hulk, which doesn't make sense to me, but okay. Do whatever you want, Marvel. Maybe he looks... Maybe you're setting him up to look younger because he took the super soldier serum or whatever. Maybe Abomination in the Shang-Chi trailer has super soldier serum, and Ross took some of himself, or whatever. And that's why they made a big point of how did somebody replicate this in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Maybe it's all connected. It probably is. It's Marvel. But, yeah, the ending just bothered me because Thunderbolt Ross was coming, then it went 2 weeks later where Natasha looks exactly as she did in Infinity War, just not the jacket that's dirty and, like, battle damaged. But, yeah, we can assume that with that Quinjet, that random dude who just who gave Natasha all her supplies. Sorry, I kept trying to say surprise on accident. Just that random dude. He's probably gonna appear in more stuff, just giving heroes random crap. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. I don't know. He just gave her the Quinjet that he said earlier, if you give me some time and money, this is what I can give you, and that's exactly what he gave you. So she's gonna go get Cap, and presumably we're gonna get the Winter Soldier post-credit scene where Cap breaks out Scott, Sam, and Bucky. So we can presume that, and then the events of Infinity War are gonna happen, because I bet the events of Black Panther happened before this film. Yeah, but this probably takes place before Homecoming. Sorry, my timeline-wise brain. Yeah. I think my favorite part overall was the beginning of the film, where it was 1995, and we had Yelena fall and everything in dinner, and Red Guardian comes back after getting this information from a shield, or what would be later called a Hydra thing, showing how the Winter Soldier program and the Red Room are connected. But, yeah, that was my favorite part, because it didn't treat Red Guardian like a joke. It treated him like he was an actual threat, and how that was my favorite part, because the cops arrived, and Red Guardian hung on by the roof, and it was just so cool. It was so cool. I mean, I knew he had super soldier serum, and it was just so cool to me. They never even said he had super soldier serum. They just implied it. They expected us to know it as an audience, which I guess isn't fair to some audience, but, like, people watch a bunch of videos, so they probably expected us to know. I don't have anything much to say, so I guess this is my outro now. To be honest, you heard my thoughts. I think I told you everything I would have liked and everything, or everything I liked and everything. But, yeah, that was my review of the 2021 film, Black Widow. I would love to hear your thoughts and your opinions on the film down below. Go comment them if you'd be so kind. We're, I think, 13 to 12 subscribers away from unsubscribers, so if you would subscribe, we would greatly appreciate. greatly appreciate it here. Just look through some of the content that we post and see if there's anything that you would like. It's mostly Arrowverse crap, but I do Marvel stuff too, and Star Wars. It's just a nerd's haven. But, yeah. Subscribe, give the video a like, go down in the description, follow all the socials, and I don't have anything much more to say, so goodbye, stay safe, and goodbye.